Morning.
Okay, we're on the record. This is the people of the state of Michigan versus Makai Gilmer, 2355470. Mr. Gilmer is charged with count 1, larceny from a motor vehicle, count 2, controlled substances, possession, cocaine, heroin, or another narcotic less than 25 grams. Today is the day set for a probable cause conspiracy.
Alexander Gricker on behalf of the people, P86282.
Stephanie Carson on behalf of Mr. Gilmore, P57096. Your Honor, I'd ask to waive my client's presence and request an in-person exam.
Okay, I will waive your client's presence. Do we have any issues with discovery?
No, I've received discovery.
Okay. I have March. Let's see. March 3rd as the earliest date.
That's fine, Your Honor. I can make that work.
Okay, let's see, we can do it 8:30 or a 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, please, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What date was that going?
March 3rd.
Thank you.
Okay, let's take care of Attorney McWilliams, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you very much for asking. And you?
I'm pretty good, pretty good.
Good.
You have Richardson?
Yes, I do. And I'd really like to have him come on if it is convenient. If not, I would waive.
Oh, it's fine, we have other stuff to take care of. So we can wait.
Okay. Do we have a special prosecutor here for the Richardson case?
Let's see. It says Luke Skywalker on here. Let me ask Mr. Kirker.
Actually, then I heard it was Ralph Elizondo, but Ralph didn't know the case either.
Do you know who's on Richardson?
Sure.
Okay, Mr. Kirker is gonna check.
Okay. I'll be standing by. Thank you.
Okay. So the person with the iPhone with the video off and audio muted, please state your name. Miss Amber. I thought I scheduled. Attorney Quinn.
Yes.
I was saying Attorney Quinn.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I'm
Sorry
here.
about that. Good morning, Attorney Quinn.
Yes, good morning.
I can barely hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you waiting for your client today?
No, I just waived his appearance and do they give other PCs another PCC or because I gotta get the discovery, I made the request. Or do
Okay,
they go
let's go on
straight
the
to?
record. The prosecutor's here, so we'll go on the record and discuss it. All right, this is the people of the state of Michigan versus Franco Portillo, 215934601. Mr. Portillo is charged with, if you want a moment, this file is a little different. Count 1. Assault the dangerous weapon felonious assault. Count 2, malicious destruction of personal property, $200 or more, but less than $100. And count 3, malicious destruction of personal property, less than $20. Mr. Patillo is defendant number 1 on this case. Today's the day set for a probable cause conference appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Eric Decker, PA 5931 for the people.
Good morning, Judge. Christopher Quinn, P69483, appearing on behalf of Mr. Portello.
Mr. Quinn, Attorney Quinn, the court reporter can't hear you. We have the volume all the way up.
Good morning, Attorney Christopher Quinn, P69483, appearing on behalf of Mr. Portello.
Thank you. And you stated that you need discovery, correct?
That's right.
Okay, Mr. Decker?
Yes. I believe it was actually sent over to Attorney Quinn's office yesterday.
Oh, maybe I haven't seen it yet. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
It'll be coming in the form of 2 emails, one from Cart Powell and one from Axon.
Okay. Yeah, I just got it. Yep, I got it. So I don't know. I can waive Mr. Portello's appearance and just set it for exam.
Yes. Have you been in contact with him?
Yes, I reached out to him.
Okay. All right. I will waive as present. I have March 4th as the, actually, no, that would be a Saturday. March 6th as the earliest date.
Is there anything? Is the 8th available?
It is.
Yeah, I would rather prefer the 8th.
So if you do 9 o'clock, 9:30, or 10:30.
10:30.
Okay. So March 8th at 10:30.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Yeah, bye.
What was that date again?
March 8th.
Okay.
Morning, Mr. Lee.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Fine, how you doing?
Good.
Why, your birthday? I'm gonna make sure I bag it. You gonna have the 1:30 double baggers, motion hearings. Thank you for letting me know.
ID. What the fuck is the ID at?
The person who is calling in with number 5026447, what is your name?
Ryan Jackson.
Mr. Jackson, you have a
I have a what?
traffic matter.
Yes, I have a valid driver's license.
That's not what I asked you. I said you have a traffic.
Do I have a what? I can't understand. You breaking up.
Because you're trying to stand outside in the wind.
I'm here on Kelly Anderson. It's just a PCC.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, we're ready. Today, my granddaughter.
Oh, hi.
a sophomore at Berkeley High School.
Oh, great.
She's spending the day with me as part of her application to the National Honor Society.
Wonderful. Well, welcome to 36th District Courtroom 438. If you have any questions while you're here, please ask them, okay? Actually, we should try to turn on the light, maybe. We just got started with the lights off.
I was looking for the strobe light. Let's get this party started.
Okay, we are on the record as the people of the state of Michigan versus Kelly Marielle Anderson, case number 2258832. Ms. Anderson is charged with count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault with an habitual offender, second offense notice. Today is the day set for a probable cause conference. Harrison?
Good morning, Your Honor. Eric Decker, PA 5931 for people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Mayor, please this honorable court and your staff, Melvin Houston, P number 36280. Appearing on behalf of Ms. Anderson, who is present in the courtroom standing behind you.
Ms. Anderson, can you state your full name for the record?
County Miriam.
Muriel.
Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, let's see. Any discovery issues?
None for the defense, Your Honor. I've received video as well as paper discovery in this case. The defense is ready to proceed. I believe the date has been set
Okay.
for
Is
the
it set?
23rd at 10:30. During our last hearing, the sort of updated report, the probable cause conference was originally set for February 6th. When I appeared that day, I was unaware of where my client was located. Your officer was kind enough to find out that she was at Naomi's Nest. And then I contacted Naomi's Nest, spoke with the people there, and they ultimately released her that day. And I checked in later that day as well. So during that visit, this court adjourned rather the probable cause conference for today and also scheduled the preliminary exam for the 23rd at 10:30.
Wonderful. Thank you for letting me know what we're doing here. Okay, so let me make sure I have it in the system. At 10:30 on February 23rd,
That is correct.
some reason it's here at 9. So I will change that to 10:30. Unless you want 9:30.
9:30 is fine for
9:30 is probably gonna be better.
the morning.
People have no problem.
We got another hearing at 9.
Just you get here, we're always on time. So
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm glad I did that because our next date now is March for exams.
Yeah, we want to get this over with.
Okay, anything else?
Nothing for the division.
That's for people, okay, brought the record of conversation.
All right, thank you very much, John.
Thank you.
I know it was short, any questions? Attorney Phelps, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Fine, how are you doing?
Good. I have Elijah Gaden who's in custody. So I can.
Wait, hold on, I couldn't hear you. Okay, say it again. Attorney Phelps,
I have Elijah Gaden who's in custody with the Wayne County Jail. I'll wait for him to come on.
okay. I also see you sent me an email yesterday regarding another case. Do you know what the date is for that exam that you were referring to?
Yes, it's the 22nd.
22nd, okay.
And Mr. Moxie indicated to me I should have included Vadris Moore, and so I forwarded it to her as well because she does the appointments, but I don't know if that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know if witnesses are automatically given court-appointed attorneys.
Yeah, so I've had other cases where they have been, where there's, issues that they need to talk to somebody about before testifying. Yeah,
Good.
yeah, so I don't know what you want to do about it.
Okay, so she received the email. I'll have the clerk reach out to her to see or to confirm.
Okay, thanks.
Mr. Jackson, you should be in courtroom 332 for your traffic matter.
Okay, thank you. That's the meeting number down there.
Yep, it's in red. You see it?
Okay,
Take your time.
okay.
Where are these here custody too? Out of custody. You just got for yes. No, the last person was in plan. Oh. I actually did it right today. Everything by 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
To the gentleman in Wayne County Jail Division 2, what is your name?
See, somebody gonna take that on.
Monte Richardson.
This one should
Alante
be on for
Richardson.
Hello.
8:30.
Okay, Attorney Perkins, your client, I believe, is in custody.
Huh?
I'm on, Your Honor.
He is. Yes, I believe that's Mr. Worthington who's in the right now.
Peter. You told me 9:30. You got 9:04. Just check.
Attorney
Double
McMillan, do you
check,
need to speak to your client?
No more back in my office.
Attorney McWilliams, do you need to speak to your client in private?
No, I don't. I'm ready.
Okay. Attorney Perkins, your computer or your audio froze.
Oh, is the back here, Your Honor?
A little bit. I can hear you a little bit. Okay, we're on the record as the people of the state of Michigan versus Alante Richardson, case number 2260761. Mr. Richardson is charged with count 1, carjacking, count 2, weapons, felony firearm, count 3, kidnapping, count 4, weapons, felony firearm, count 5, motor vehicle unlawful driving away, count 6, weapons, felony firearm, count 7, weapons carrying concealed, count 8, robbery armed, count 9, weapons, felony firearm, count 10, weapons, firearms, possession by a felon, count 11, weapons, felony firearm, count 12, weapons, ammunition, possession by a felon, count 13, weapons, felony firearm, count 14, police officer assaulting, resisting, and or obstructing, count 15, weapons, felony firearm. This is a habitual offender, second offense notice with a commission with motor vehicle adult advisory. Today's the day set for a probable cause conference appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Eric Decker, PA 5931 for the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. I'm Attorney John McWilliams, P 17565 on behalf of Mr. Richardson. And good morning to all.
Morning, Mr. Richardson, can you state your full name for the record, please?
Monte Richardson.
I can't hear you. You have to speak up.
Monte Richardson.
I still can't hear you, Mr. Richardson.
Monte Richardson.
Attorney McWilliams, do you have discovery?
I do, Your Honor, at least to this point. 16 counts. I'm not sure I have all of it, and I would ask the prosecutor whether or not there was any depositions taken prior to this case. For the purpose.
I am not sure. There is, I know that we sent over, I sent over paper and digital discovery. If there is I will look to see, and I will ask the officer in charge whether or not there is a deposition in this case. And if that is the case, then you will get it as soon as I can.
Good. Thank you very much for that. At this
You're
time, Your Honor, I'd like to set an early preliminary examination, possibly for the 23rd, 1 week from today.
Let's see here. We can do 11:30.
Yes, I can, and that would be in person.
Yes, it will be in person.
All right, and I'd like to just briefly address the matter of bond, and because I don't want to pass that up as it is a requirement now before your court. My client has other pending cases, and to go into request for a bond, although I'm addressing it right now, is not appropriate.
Okay. Yes, and he had a bond redetermination hearing with Judge Conical on the 10th. And it remained at 50,000 cash or surety.
Acknowledged.
Okay, do you want a DSU report?
Yes, please.
Okay, anything else?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
Anything from the people?
Just to make a record, the people feel like this is an appropriate bond and do not see any reason, considering the serious charges, to reduce it at this time.
Okay, it won't be reduced today.
Yeah.
All right, we're off the record on Mr. Richardson. Everybody have a good
Thank you,
day.
Your Honor. Thank you very much.
I ain't asking.
To the gentleman who was just logged on from the Wayne County Jail, can you state your name, please? What's your name, sir? Yes, yes.
Elijah Gayton.
Thanks, Mr. Gaten. Attorney Phelps?
Yes.
Okay, we're on the record with the people versus Elijah Gaten, 2355391. Mr. Gaten is charged with count 1, carjacking, count 2, felony commission with motor vehicle adult advisory. Today's day is set for a probable cause conference appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Eric Decker, P859331 people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit by Natalie Phelps, P83355, appearing on behalf of Mr. Elijah Gaten, who's also present via Zoom. Mr. Gaten, can you please state your name for the record?
Elijah Romero Gayton.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, any discovery issues?
Your Honor, I believe I have digital and paper discovery. I have not reviewed all the digital yet, but I do believe I have what I need at this point.
Okay, ready to set exam date?
Yes.
Okay, how about the 24th at 11 o'clock?
I have another exam at that same time. I could do 11:30.
Okay, let's do 11:30.
Your Honor, if I could speak to bond too.
Sure.
I believe that a DSU report should have been completed. Do you see that in your file?
I don't, there's nothing in this file, except for a bond redetermination hearing on February 9th with Judge McConico, in which bond was lowered to 200,000, 10%.
Right. Okay, Your Honor. Well, we are asking for it to be even further lowered at this point. Mr. Gaten has not been able to post that bond. The incident that is alleged to have occurred in this case is from October of 2022. No other, arrest or criminal activity or police contact occurred between then and when Mr. Gaten was arrested for this offense. He does have 3 children that he's responsible for, and he was working before this incident. And so we're asking for the bond to be reduced to a personal bond so that he can be out of custody while we are waiting for the exam date.
So you know what, I do have a DSU report, actually received it today, this morning.
Okay.
So the recommendation here, let's see.
I couldn't hear what you said, Judge.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
So pretrial services considers a 200,000 cash surety 10% reasonable and recommends no action to reduce the present bond. I am going to adopt that recommendation, and the people, of course, sure you want to object on the record for any adjustment.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so I'm not going to adjust bond based on the recommendations.
Okay, then we will see you on the 24th.
Okay, at 11:30.
Yes. And Mr. Gaten, I'll make, no, Mr. Gaten, please, not on the record. Your Honor, can I have a breakout room with Mr. Gaten, please?
Okay.
What?
Just hang on.
Mr. Gaten, so hit join. I'm going to put you in the breakout room so you can speak freely to your attorney, okay? Because we're on the record right now, so you shouldn't say anything, or I don't know what you're going to say. So she's trying to protect you so that you can say freely what you need to say in privacy, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I was talking away on mute. So Attorney Perkins, your client is in custody. Is that what you were saying?
Yes, he is in custody, Your Honor.
Okay, so he should probably come up after Mr. David.
I couldn't hear you.
He should probably come on up after Mr. Gaten is done.
Okay, I'm gonna go in the courthouse. I think my signal will be better. I had come out of the courthouse to do this, but I think they have Wi-Fi in there, and for whatever reason, I think it would be better record because I think I'm coming through real choppy.
We can hear you perfectly now.
Oh, okay, I'll stay. I just opened up my laptop. That's why, I guess.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, all right.
Sir, can you state your name, please?
Calvin Worthington.
Okay. Do you need to speak to Mr. Worthington? Attorney Perkins?
No, we have a plan, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, we're on the record. This is the people of the state of Michigan versus Calvin Worthington. Case number 2355108. Mr. Worthington is charged with count 1, assault with intent to murder, count 2, weapons, felony firearm, count 3, assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder or by strangulation, count 4, weapons, felony firearm, count 5, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault, count 6, weapons, felony firearm, count 7, weapons, firearms, possession by a felon, count 8, weapons, felony firearm, count 9, weapons, ammunition, possession by a felon, count 10, weapons, felony firearm. This is a habitual offender 4th offense notice. Today's the day set for a probable cause conference appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Eric Decker, PA 5931 for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor, and good morning to your staff. May it please this honorable court. My name is Todd Russell Perkins, P55623, appearing on behalf of Mr. Worthington, consenting to having this hearing by way of Zoom. Is that correct, Mr. Worthington, that you are okay with having this hearing by way of Zoom? And can you state your name?
Yes, sir, Calvin Worthington.
Good morning.
Good morning.
May I, Your Honor?
Yes, please, go right
Okay.
ahead.
If the court may recall, this is our second probable cause conference. And the purpose and the reason why the court set that was because after I was retained or appointed to Mr. Worthington's case, I met with Mr. Worthington. I recognized there were some deficiencies in the discovery, and we prepared a discovery order to that effect. When we appeared for the first PCC, I think you had that signed and you set this date because we already have a date. I don't have my calendar right in front of me, but I'm sure it's top of mind of Mr. Worthington. We already have a date for an exam. You set the date, pardon?
Yes, the 24th.
Okay, so you set this date as sort of a tickler date to find out and to check where we are with discovery. I checked yesterday. I spoke with Mr. Worthington's family. I didn't get a chance to go see Mr. Worthington again, but I spoke with his family at length and I explained to them, and I did a search through my emails that I had not received anything additional since the last time we were in court. Now, if I did, I'll be okay with being mistaken on that. But there was because we received no body cam information, which I'm sure there's statements of individuals who were present at the scene who would be rest day witnesses. And a lot of times people say that the discovery order is really looking at trial aspects, but I don't believe that. I think this is actually, probable cause information that's absolutely needed. And I didn't get anything additional beyond that.
To address the discovery issues, they did exist. I spoke with the officer in charge via email yesterday. He explained to me why there has been some delays. What I would say to Mr. Perkins is that there were previous links sent to you for evidence.com and Axon. From what I understand, the further discovery videos, such as those things, they were uploaded underneath that case number. So if you look again, you may find exactly what it is that you were looking for. As to paper discovery, I think that was sufficient. And I think that from what I understand, reading through the notes, that there wasn't anything additional. Although APA Parrish did send me some PDF that I need to make sure that that's something that you haven't already received before I do that. But it seems to me like whatever discovery issues existed before no longer exist, unless there's something that's missing missing there right now. And at this point, I would remind the court that it's a discovery is an ongoing process, and that's something that will continue even after this gets back over to circuit.
In the event.
In the event, yes, in the event.
Attorney Perkins?
Yeah, well, I did check, and I don't have another. I got the evidence.com link, and I myself and another attorney are monitoring this. And then I have a law clerk who actually, and I did not receive an additional link from evidence.com. Beyond the first one that I have, which I have the paper discovery, went through it with Mr. Worthington, but I don't have an evidence.com link that has digital discovery. And if the court may allow me, to power down and I can check my email, I'll check again if we can, pass this matter. And if you're waiting, I'll check right now.
Okay, that's fine. We have one exam, and then if you can set another PCC for Tuesday if you still don't have what you need by today.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
All right.
Attorney Phelps?
So we're gonna come back on Tuesday, Your Honor, you said?
Yes, it's up to you. If you want to look now or you come back Tuesday, it's up to you.
I can look now, but I'll hold on to that Tuesday date, but I'll try to check right now. I'll just stop my video and stop my mute.
So I'll put a Tuesday date at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Just to be sure.
All right.
For PC.
And to Attorney, never mind.
He's still there. He just on mute.
To Attorney Perkins, there wouldn't be an additional email. It would just be going to the original email and using the link that was provided there. Because from what I understand, the officer in charge was going to upload videos directly to that number. If they haven't yet, then that should be done today. So the Tuesday date would be good in the event that he doesn't have it.
Okay, and it's gonna take me a minute. I'm looking at this link right now, and it takes a minute to upload.
Okay, so we're off the record on Mr. Worthington for now. And back on the record on Mr. Gaden. Attorney Phelps?
Your Honor, Mr. Gaden has expressed to me that he's interested in having a different attorney appointed to him. It's my understanding that he thought the purpose of today's hearing was to, the prosecutor would have to show probable cause for today's hearing. And if he wants a different attorney, I'm okay with that, obviously. But if the court would be inclined to explain what it would mean to get a different attorney, maybe that would be helpful as well.
Okay, Mr. Gaden, go ahead and unmute your device if you can. This is for the record. It's okay, take your time. Okay, there we go. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so Mr. Gaden, by statute, by law, or by court rules, I should say, you are required and entitled to what we call a probable cause conference. And that's what was held today. And today is the day that you are with your attorney to speak on any preliminary matters, discovery issues, any offers or anything like that. It's kind of like what would be considered a pretrial if we were at Third Circuit or a circuit court. So any preliminary matter, let me finish, hold on, I'll let you ask questions. And we're supposed to set a date after that for your preliminary examination when the prosecutor is supposed to do what Attorney Phelps just mentioned, prove at the probable cause standard that you committed the alleged crime and witnesses are supposed to come to court. So with that, what questions or what misunderstandings do you have?
I mean, I was trying to speak with Ms. Phelps, and it seems as though she's agitated in some way. I don't know why. I'm trying to express to her that I saw 3 inconsistencies in this man's statement and 3 different investigators in my discovery packet.
Okay, so, Mr. Gaten, what I don't want you to do is discuss the matters of the case, because I'm gonna have to hear this case.
Okay, I won't go get into the details of it, Your Honor, but I just want to say it was inconsistencies in the statement. I mean, just shows that this man could be fabricating and lying about this situation, is what I'm saying.
Okay,
And
so
I-
what you're
I'm
saying is
Bill,
that your attorney is not listening to you, or because that's considered trial strategy. I can't control trial strategy.
I wouldn't say listening to me, but just not taking consideration of what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm in jail and I'm missing out on my children, and I'm saying I just need somebody that's gonna speak up for me and show the inconsistencies in this case, and show that this man is not telling the truth about what happened that day. And my bond is constantly being at $200,000, and I don't know why. This crime happened in October last year, man. And I'm just not getting.
Mr. Gaten, so I can't.
Society when I've been on the street since October and I don't commit crimes. I'm not a felon or anything of that nature. But my bond keep remaining at $200,000 for a frivolous crime, for a bogus crime. Accusation.
Okay. So, Mr. Gaten, do you want a different attorney, or do you want to?
I will stick with Ms. Phelps, I guess, until to see what happens to the next. I guess the next court date, whatever we got going on.
Mr. Gaten, I want you to understand, if you're not satisfied with me and you want a different attorney, you have that for your preliminary.
I'm more so frustrated as opposed to being dissatisfied. I'm more frustrated by sitting in jail on a crime that I know I did not commit. That's what I'm more upset about. So it's not satisfaction, it's more frustration.
So when do we set this exam for next week?
Yes, the 24th, Judge.
Okay.
24th.
So, Mr. Gaten, when the testimony is heard, that's when Attorney Phelps does her job, okay? So I'm not. I can't, both of us can't talk. I'll let you talk, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm saying, but I'm sitting in jail for nothing. This is what I'm trying to say. And nobody seems to understand that. And I can't get out, I can't get a personal bond, I can't get a tether bond, I can't get nothing. I've been on the streets since October. I just seen this man several times after. I never even know he pressed charges on me for this. You see what I'm saying? This is a friend of mine. We both be around the same neighborhood. We associate with the same people. So I'm not understanding how am I in jail on a $200,000 bond for a carjacking case for this man. I don't understand it at all. And I can't get no relief. I can't get no bond reduction. I can't get a personal. I can't get a tether. And I'm in jail for nothing. I'm not a felony. I don't commit felonies. I don't commit crimes.
Mr. Gaten, your bond was reduced to 20,000, 10% with the tether.
You said, excuse me, ma'am?
Your bond was reduced with Judge McConaughey, 200,000, 10%.
That's my original bond, man. It was never reduced. My original bond when I first got locked up was
200,000. It's 200,000.
Right, that's my original bond. It never moved, man. It never was reduced. Your Honor.
Okay. I relied on pretrial services who interviewed and did all the investigation, and the recommendation was to not adjust bond based off of all the factors. The real determination will be next week when testimony is heard. That's what I can say, and that's when Attorney Phelps will have the opportunity to cross-examine any witnesses to if anyone's incredible or not, or lying. That's her opportunity where she can figure that out. Okay. Okay. Anything else, Attorney Phelps?
No, Judge, nothing for me.
Okay. Do you want to speak again, or you good to log off?
We can speak again.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to put you all back into the breakout room. Okay, Attorney Perkins.
You continue to impress, Judge.
Oh, thanks.
No, I mean, you manage the situation. I think that, you understand where everybody's at. But I think this one, for my purposes, Worthington's purposes, I did get a chance to look at that link, and I did not see anything outside of what I received before. I got more clips of the original clip that I got, which is a video, which is a surveillance tape at the location. Which is very important. But what I need to see is, because there's a clear self-defense claim in here. And I understand that that's an affirmative defense, but if it's so obvious and so pertinent from what we have, then it's relevant at all points in time. And it'll also impact the credibility of the witness.
Your Honor, credibility of the witness and an affirmative defense is something for the trier of fact. So it seems to me like we could schedule, based on that, it seems like we could continue into a preliminary examination in order to determine probable cause. It seems like we could schedule that and probably, decide whether it's probable cause or not, and then decide whether there is enough for the trier of fact. It seems to me like we have enough to schedule the exam.
I mean, if I may respond to that, Your Honor, I mean, it seems to me like we want to violate people's constitutional rights to have due process. It seems to me that they don't want to give me the evidence. It seems to me that they're making excuses as to why I don't have this evidence that I don't believe necessarily falls all the way on self-defense. But nonetheless, these are res gestae witnesses. Why don't I have that? Let's not let it be seemingly an apparent and obvious reason to obfuscate or obviate the obligation of the government to give me this information by saying that we can do probable cause. I mean, that's not how we do this.
If I may, Your Honor, there is no obfuscation. There is no, quite frankly, when I'm speaking to the police officers, they have hopefully turned over every single thing that they have. I can ask for them to do so, and I can ask for them to upload things. Just an absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. And it seems to me like I understand that Attorney Perkins, with all due respect, is perhaps perhaps suggesting that there's something nefarious happening here. We can't produce things that don't exist. And if it doesn't exist, if it exists, then we will absolutely get it to him. I will ask the officer in charge about it again. However, if it doesn't exist, then there's nothing to give.
No, my frustration just comes where we just leapfrog to the point where I just happen to blurt out the self-defense, and we leapfrog to the fact that then we seem to have enough evidence to go to probable cause. That's not the only thing. And for me to say that I'm wanting body cams, which is something that's obligated officers to have as body cam evidence, it's obligated to have. So if that's the case, then we start this on an investigation that has run amok. And I'm not saying necessarily that the prosecutor is the problem here. I'm talking about the police. He can only give me what they give him. And I'm telling him right now, they have not given him, if that's what's in the link, they have not given him, he just stands here catching the heat from me because of my complaints towards them. That's all that is. So, but my irritation was the fact that I just say self-defense and then we leapfrog into saying, oh, well, we got enough for probable cause. No. That's my only irritation about that. Other than that, I think that what I'm asking for is fairly reasonable.
So, Mr. Decker, will you be the person speaking to the OIC on this case, or is it someone else?
At this stage, I would be speaking with the officer in charge and making sure that at this stage, it would be me that would be making sure that the discovery is properly turned over.
Okay, and have you had any discussions about additional information as of yet?
I did yesterday, and they said that they were uploading it, and they had uploaded it. I haven't followed up as to make sure that they got everything. They said they were still gathering things. There's some clerical things actually going on within DPD saying that there was that apparently this particular officer in charge is kind of like substituting for somebody else, or
Okay.
There are reasons for it, yeah.
So, as Attorney Perkins stated, he's not accusing you, of course, of withholding evidence, but I'm just going to charge you with making sure the OIC provides everything necessary, not just for the probable cause, and if he has information or video, digital, any other paper, to provide that by Tuesday. If possible.
Okay,
Okay.
I can do that, yeah.
Do you want the discovery order so that you can give it to the OIC?
I would appreciate that, Your Honor. If I could have it emailed, and then I could send it to him.
All right. So that's what we'll do, and I'm just asking Mr. Decker to basically put some heat on the OIC to make sure that everything is provided by Tuesday. So Attorney Perkins, we'll see you on Tuesday at 9.
Yep, I'll see you on Tuesday. All right, Mr. Decker. Have a good one.
You too, sir.
Mr. Worthington, you're all set. We'll be back on Tuesday for another probable cause conference. You're on mute, but I think you said okay.
Okay, I'll come and see you, Mr. Worthington.
Okay, there you go. All right, have a good day. Mr. Portillo,
Yes.
your attorney already logged on for you. I don't think he knew that you were in custody. So he sent you, we discussed just discovery. He has all of the information he needs to hold your exam. And your exam date will be on March 8th at 10:30 a.m. in person. Okay?
Okay.
So today was just preliminary matters, discussing a date, making sure that he had all the information from the police department and discovery so that he could move forward. And he said that he did, so now your date will be March 8th at 10:30, in person in 36th District Court, and you'll be brought over for your exam, okay?
Okay.
You have any questions about that?
No.
Okay, so I'm assuming your attorney will speak to you or visit you before your exam. If not, we will have the opportunity to meet with you on the day of your exam before we hold it to talk to you about any questions you have, okay?
Okay.
All right, you have a good day.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Ms. Amber, can you unmute your device and state your name, please? Attorney Chambers, good morning.
Good morning. Is this Madam Clerk or is this Judge Sabree?
Judge Sabree, how you doing?
Good, Judge. How are you?
Pretty good. What you got?
I was just spot appointed on, this would be,
He changed his mind again.
but okay, what does that mean?
He's okay with his attorney now.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
Fire, he said he's okay because he's just frustrated. So I'm sorry for wasting your.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's good to pop into your court.
Yep.
I'll carry on. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Take this closer.
Screen is terrible. He was on the computer. It's fine.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
The screen is delayed to show everybody.
Oh, okay. I usually have my laptop on, but I can bring my charger sometimes.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna go
Yeah,
dead.
because I usually see court reporting.
Huh?
I usually see court reporting.
Yeah. Yeah, I have about maybe 10 more minutes of hour.
Yeah. You ever try to your phone? Is it just to look at the name?
I can, sometimes if the sound is distorted, doing all this, I'll look at their mouth, try to read their lips or something like that.
Yeah, like the dealer, I can hear him say yes, ma'am. I can see him say yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, and I don't think the phone gives me the scope of the screen like that.
All right. Yeah.
And us too, really. Remember the courtroom just be full of people?
Yes, no.
And
Thinking. Okay. Used to speak.
yeah, it did. I remember. Yeah. Yeah, standard and air pressure. Just straight. You had to breathe.
I remember one day I had a walk-in day. My walk-in day used to be Monday.
Oh, I think.
So
Traffic or.
Yep. I had 70 something people just pop up. So I had a regular docket Monday morning. And then Monday afternoon, 70 something people were here to clear their room.
That was crazy.
For COVID, so they were all in the hall. And I said, look, y'all, so Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
What are you here for today?
A hearing for my tenant, my landlord.
Okay, you should be in courtroom 436. You need the full Zoom information?
I was just in 436 and someone told me to join this courtroom.
This is Judge Aliyah Sabree. This is the felony docket. Don't think you have any felonies, so
No, 436.
this is Adam Sabree, Judge Adam Sabree.
Okay.
You need the Zoom information?
Yes, please.
360 436 0000.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we're on the record. This is people of the state of Michigan versus Hussein Ali Shahiri, 2261104. Mr. Shahiri is charged with count 1, assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder by strangulation. Count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. Today's the day set for preliminary examination. Appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Eric Decker, PA 59331, people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Stephen Barker, P36030, Senior Co-Counsel for the defendants.
And Your Honor, good morning to you and the staff. Vincent Haysha, P76506, Co-Counsel, Mitch Marker.
Good morning, everybody. And Mr. Shahiri, can you state your full name for the record, please?
My name is Hussein Ali Shahiri.
Okay, a little bit louder.
My name is Hussein Ali Shahiri.
Okay, good morning to you. Preliminary matters.
Just the mutual sequestration for any and all witnesses with the exception of the officer in charge.
Any objection to the officer in charge?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, there's no one else in the courtroom other than staff, OIC, defense attorney, prosecutor, defendant. So with that, any other matters?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, first.
Your Honor, the people call Azal Ijaj.
There are Ali zoomed in. The person logged in as Ali, can you state your full name, please? Your name, please.
Judge, that's probably our client's uncle. He's out in the hallway because he couldn't come in. I let him know that he was streaming on YouTube. He may have logged in with Zoom stuff.
Okay.
He's not a witness.
Okay, I'm going to swear you in. Can you raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes, say yes.
Yes.
Okay. Have a seat right here. You come this in the front, right here. Take your time and make sure you speak up in the microphone when you talk, okay? Whenever you're ready to go.
Good morning. Please restate your name for the record.
Cassidy John.
You could maybe pull that microphone so that's pointing it out.
Cassidy John.
Okay, and I want to make sure I'm saying your I'm sorry.
Cassidy John.
Okay, and let me just make sure I'm saying your last name correctly. Ijaj?
Ijaj.
Ijaj. Okay. Are you employed?
Yes.
Where are you currently employed?
Parking lot and the parking.
You said parking lot?
Yes.
Would this parking lot be the 70 Cadillac Square in Detroit and the city of Detroit and County of Wayne?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been working at that parking lot?
I'm working around 10 years.
10 years?
Yes.
So were you employed in this capacity on December 28th of 2022 of last year?
Yes.
Did you work on that day?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is there anybody in the courtroom today that maybe you met on that day?
No, I am here on that. I working.
Okay. Do you recognize anyone in the courtroom today that you may have met on that day?
Yeah, I think so. Who stabbed me might be.
We will get to that, but maybe you could just tell me something that they're wearing.
This one is wearing a mask.
Maybe something else that they're wearing rather than just a mask.
He's wearing a black coat this time.
Okay.
You say a black coat?
No, brown.
Okay.
Can you describe what he's wearing if you're pointing at someone?
No, you asking who stabbed me this one.
Okay. Okay, just simply say like a color of clothing, or if they're wearing a tie, like could you describe something that person is wearing?
He wearing the black coat, the mask. I think this guy, he stabbed me. And he wear of the mask, I can recognize it fully.
Your Honor, could we ask everyone to take their masks down for a moment for identification purposes?
Sure, I just think we should describe what's where.
Yeah.
I think it's point to the person, you just got to start. But yes.
Okay. If everyone could take their masks down in the court, please. Okay. Now, could you maybe
Yeah, this guy.
something, and now maybe describe something he's wearing?
Yeah, he wearing the black coat and white shirt. He have a mole under the lip.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Your Honor, let the record so reflect that, that the witness has identified Hussein Shahiri, the defendant. Okay, so, now, so you were working on that day, we already said that, on December 28th of 2022. What do you do at the parking lot?
I work over there. So, normally work as everyone work on the parking lot. We collect the money, park the people, park the car, collect the money and pay to the company.
Okay, now, when the person you identified, the defendant, did he ever come to your parking lot?
Yeah, he come, first time I see him over there. And he parked on my parking lot and he left without paying. When he come back, he go to the car. I asked him.
I just want to make sure that you said it. So he came to the parking lot and then did you say he did not pay? Is that true?
He came in the parking lot, he parked and left without paying.
Okay.
When he come back, he go to the car. I asked, is your car? They say, yes, it's my car. I say, look, give me the parking money.
Okay.
He and his other guy, they are two of them. So they start abusing me, they racism me, you are fucking Indian.
Okay, so Mr. Deck, you're gonna have to ask him.
Yes. Okay. When they came, I'm sorry. When he came back, did you ask him to pay again?
Yeah, when they came again, they came back to the car. I asked them pay me the parking.
Okay, what did he say when you asked him to pay for parking?
He said, no, we are not going to pay you. We stayed 10 minutes. He started abusing me. He racism me.
If I may.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I heard was, no, we're not going to pay you. I didn't understand.
Okay, so you said that okay, the reporter said that she heard you say, that he was not going to pay you. Then, did he do anything after he said that he wasn't going to pay you?
He just abusing me.
What do you mean by abusing?
Racism, like he racist on my hating my culture. He say, why you from charging me?
In like what specifically? You say that because how specifically was he criticizing your culture?
He's fucking Indian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then after he said that to you, what did you do?
We talking with each other, negotiating with each other. He come, I say, give me 10, then 5. He said, I give some money, but he not give me.
So I just want to make sure that you what do you mean when you said you started negotiating?
For the price. He said, we stay 10 minutes, even he stay more than half hour. But he says 10 minutes, okay, give me $10. No, we not give you this and that. I said, okay, give me 5.
So after you started negotiating, I'm sorry.
Mr. Johnson, when you said abusing, you said that he was criticizing your culture?
Yes.
Okay, is that all you said? Because I couldn't hear the other part. Was it just criticizing your culture?
Yeah, he said, you fucking Indian, you charging me a lot of, I have things, a video, there's video where he is saying like that.
I'm not including the video, but you testified. I just want to make sure I heard if it was just him criticizing your culture, if we answered the question.
Yeah, he's saying his you fucking Indian, this and that, like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to so you started negotiating with him, and then did he pay you after you started negotiating?
They not pay me.
Okay, so what happened? So then after he didn't pay you, then what happened?
They not pay me. He push me. I push him. So I go to my booth. So he chase me over there. So he have a knife in hand. I did the folding chair.
When did you see the knife?
When he come to me, then I see the knife. I put the chair. folding chair to protect myself, but unfortunately I cannot. He stabbed me over there and ran away.
Did you, okay, now you said that he stabbed you over there. Could you describe that? When you say over there, where did he stab you?
He had a knife in his right hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a folding chair like that. So when he come near to me, I try to protect myself, but I cannot do. He pushed the hand on my left hand with a knife and run away. Then I realize I feel there's a numbness. Then I feel the blood is coming out.
Okay.
I put my hand over there. I rush to my car and.
Can I ask you, how far did the knife go in?
Too much deep. Doctor knows exactly how much strength, but I am able to move my 3 fingers.
I'm sorry.
I can't even understand.
Okay.
So,
That was an objection to hearsay, Your Honor, he's testifying what the doctor told him.
okay, so
But so we didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry.
I think council heard it.
Oh,
We just didn't hear. So I'm gonna ask Mr. Decker to ask the question again, and can you not speak to what the doctor said or anyone else said, just to what injuries you can speak to, and what happened on that day? So let Mr. Decker ask the question and then just answer, okay?
So I just asking, just on in this incident, how far do you think that the knife went into your arm?
It deep into my arm, around deep into. He cut my muscle, he cut my nerve. I'm unable to move these 3 fingers. So lot of bleeding coming out. I push my hand on the wound and I called to 911 after 5-6 minutes. Emergency please.
Before you called 911, what did Mr. Shahiri, what did he do?
They left, they ran away.
They ran away.
Yeah, when they stabbed me, after that they ran away. They did not stop over there.
Okay.
Okay, you said they ran away, they stabbed you, or was it one person stabbed you or 2?
Now he stabbed me, the other guy with him. So they both rushed to me, but he stabbed me over there. After stabbing me, he ran away with him.
But just for clarification purposes, did Mr. Shahiri stab you?
What?
Did the person you identified as the defendant, did he stab you?
Yeah, he stabbed me.
Okay.
Yeah. So abusing other guy,
If I, just a minute. I appreciate it. So what happened, what happened after they ran away? After Mr. Shahiri ran away, it's right.
I called 911. I have phone in my pocket. I dialed 911 and explained everything to the operator on 911. They sent me ambulance and police. They took me to the hospital. And in the emergency after.
Did you get treatment at the hospital?
Yeah, they treated me in the hospital.
Okay. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Johnson, at this point, defense attorney is gonna ask you some questions. Make sure you listen and respond to the question, okay?
Okay, all right.
Mr. Zaj, you say that you have worked at this lot for 10 years?
Yes.
Okay. Is, when?
In this company for 10 years.
Of the company?
On different lots, this and that.
Okay. Do you wear some kind of uniform?
I work on some different lot too.
Okay, on that night, were you not wearing any kind of uniform?
What?
On the night that this happened, were you on December 28th?
Yes, I work on that lot.
Were you wearing a uniform?
I work in the 70 Kerala on 28th December 2022.
Were you wearing a uniform of any kind?
We usually the normal dress, we wear the normal dress.
Just normal dress?
Yes.
Did you have any kind of a badge?
Yeah, I have a parking badge that day.
Okay, and where do you wear the parking badge when you wear it?
No, there's a card, no badge, there's a parking card. We all the time have parking lot badge card in my pocket, in
your pocket, so not visible to anyone?
No visible.
Okay.
There is no visible parking badge now.
Okay, what time did this happen?
It's around 11 o'clock, 11 night.
Around 11 p.m.?
Yeah, 11:05, 11:06 p.m.
What time did you see Mr. Al-Shahiri's car arrive?
They park around 10:30 something.
Okay.
After 10:30, so they come back around 11 o'clock, 11.
Sir, please just answer the questions I asked you as I asked, okay?
Hmm.
If we need to expand, we'll ask more questions.
Okay.
Okay, so they arrived around 10:30. Okay, where were you when they arrived?
I work on the parking lot that time. There are two parking lots across each other. I am on the other side of the lot.
So you were on the other side?
Yes.
Okay, there was two gentlemen in the car?
Yeah, two guys in the car, yes.
When they got out, I assume they got out of the car at some point, right?
Hmm?
They got out of the car at some point.
I see the car, when they park, so they left, I didn't see them at time. When they come back, then I see them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
when they initially parked, you did not see them, the
Yeah.
two people?
Yes.
Okay, you did not see them leave the car?
Yes, I didn't see them when they leave the car. They park when they leave, I didn't see them when they come back. To go to the car, then I see them.
How many cars were parked in that lot that night?
Usually there are 45 car on one side and 47 car on the other side.
Okay, but this is 11 o'clock at night. How many cars were parked in that lot where Mr. Shahiri parked?
On that time, there was around 15, 20 cars that time.
So there are a few cars there.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anybody else working with you that night between these two lots?
My brother worked before, he left 10 o'clock. After that, I was over there.
Okay, so it's just you at 10:31 to see you park?
Yes, I'm only one.
Okay. And how these two lots are, they're adjacent to each other? They're next door to each other, two lots?
Yes, yes.
Okay, just some kind of a street in between?
Yeah, between street, they open lot.
How many lanes is that street?
Street have just only, one road between these two.
One lane in each direction?
No, two directions.
Okay,
Yeah.
but how many lanes total?
In the road, on the road,
In the road between the two parking lots?
just one road, so traffic, one side and two side, both sides is traffic.
Okay.
One lane,
One
two lane,
One
yeah.
lane each way, okay.
Yeah, two lane.
So when this car arrived, did you cross over and try to catch up with the driver before they left?
When they park,
Yes, when they parked, did you?
I didn't see them. We already, there are booth over there. I'm on the other side of the lot. I'm taking the other customer to the other side of the lot.
Okay,
They park across the street to where they park. So I am the opposite of the lot. So I take the customer over there, then I go over there, I see there's someone to park the car and they left. So usually people park, when they come back, they pay. We already mentioned everything on the board, they don't pay
okay,
parking.
so when their car arrived, you're in the other lot,
Yes,
okay? And you're dealing with a customer over there?
yes,
Okay, now, in
They-
that lot, where you're dealing with the other customer,
yes.
were you on the side closest to where Mr. Shahiri parked, or were you on the other side of that lot?
When they park, I'm on the other side taking the other customer.
Okay,
They park and they not stop in the booth, they not stay over, they not wait me over, they left without paying, left without waiting for me.
okay, so when you arrive, like they park, there's nobody on the lot they parked at, correct?
Yeah, but booth is open, everything is
Just answer
open.
the question, please.
Yes,
Okay, there was nobody on the lot where they parked when they arrived, correct?
yes, yes,
Okay, you're on the other side.
I'm on the other side.
Okay, there's nobody in the booth on the lot where they parked,
Yeah,
correct?
nobody in the booth.
Okay. So if they were to look around this lot they parked in, they don't see anybody there who's collecting money, correct?
Yes,
Okay, so they leave. When they come back, where were you?
I go them, I'm on that lot, where they park, I'm on the their lot, when they come back,
Okay, you're on their lot when you
Yeah.
get back. Okay, where on that lot?
I'm in my booth over
You're
there.
in your booth.
Yes,
The booth only has one door, correct?
yes,
Okay, which way was that door facing? Toward their vehicle or away from their vehicle?
facing to the booth.
Was the booth illuminated anyway?
Yes, the light is on.
Where is the light, inside the booth or outside?
both are inside and outside, both are illuminated.
So you decided you have to approach these people to collect, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're coming from the booth?
Yeah, come from the, when they go to the car, go them, they
Yeah.
ask you park here and give you.
You're just coming? Please answer the question that's asked, okay?
Okay.
This nice gentleman gets to ask you more questions if he thinks he needs to.
All right.
Okay, so was their car facing toward or away from the booth?
Their car in the middle of the booth, in middle of the parking.
Yes.
So, yeah, away
Which way
from
was
the
it facing, toward or away from the booth?
it is away from the booth.
Away from the booth, okay. So when you walk up to the car, you're coming up from behind.
Yeah, they go to the car and go back.
Were they already in their car when you approached?
No, they are not going, they are outside the car.
They're outside. What are they doing?
I say, this is your car, they say, I ask my parking money. So they are refusing.
Okay, I'm sorry. Your Honor, would you direct him to answer only the question?
Yes.
Mr. John, can you please just answer the questions that the lawyers are asking?
Okay.
As he stated, the prosecutor will follow up with any additional questions to make sure that he gets the information needed to prove this case, okay? So just answer, if it's a yes or no question, just answer yes or no, okay?
All right.
Okay, so when you walk up to them, they are outside the car, correct?
Yes.
Did you approach the driver or the passenger?
Driver side.
Driver side. Do you know if they saw you walking up to them or were they surprised when you were?
Yeah, they see, they saw me.
Okay. You're not wearing a uniform, correct? You're not wearing a kind of badge.
What?
You were not wearing a uniform, that's what you said, right? No
Wearing
uniform.
the badge?
No uniform, no badge, correct?
The badge in my pocket.
Yeah, but not visible to anybody.
Yeah, no visible.
Okay, just to make sure you're understanding the question I'm asking you. I'm an attorney, okay? I have a card that identifies me as an attorney.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't see that because it's in my pocket, correct?
Yes.
That was the same situation for them that night. They could not
Yes.
see your card, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you're not wearing any kind of a badge. You're not wearing any kind of patch, anything that says, I work.
Yes.
Were you carrying anything in your hands when you approached?
No.
Now, when you collect from somebody at the parking lot, do you normally give them some kind of a ticket?
We already have a ticket in our hand. So when the people park, we give them the ticket.
Okay, but you did not have a ticket in your hand now.
No, that time we have a ticket, but don't have other things. Only tickets.
So you're saying you did have a ticket in your hand?
Yes.
One or more than one?
Yeah, tickets usually always in our hand or in our booth.
Okay, the other one.
Yes.
So one ticket, how big are they?
Ticket? Normal size ticket, where parking tickets.
Which would be how many inches by how many inches?
We usually put the ticket in the booth, sometimes people park, so it's size like.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the first part. Would you repeat it, sir?
Please repeat, your answer, the size of the ticket.
Yeah, ticket size is like 3 finger wide, and like length is about 1 pound.
Council, would you say 3 inches wide is about 3 fingers wide, it's about 2 inches or so?
It's a 3 inch or 4 inch.
1 second, let the council, let the attorney stop.
Yeah, sure. Okay, you know, we're gonna stipulate 3 fingers, about 2 inches. Okay, and how long was it?
Long is about,
How long was the ticket?
1 pound size about 6 inch.
About 6 inches?
Yeah, 5, 6 inch.
Do you use different color tickets?
Yes.
Okay.
Objection relevance, like, we're talking about the tickets, I guess I just don't understand.
respond. I know what this is, but I'd like council to.
Your Honor, what we're looking for is indications of advantage of authority that will be evident to the defendant. So it is wrong.
I would just ask, I think the next question is relevant to what the color is of the ticket that you handed out on that day.
Okay, if you remember, what color were the tickets that were handing out that night?
In a different color of the ticket every week, so might be green, might be yellow, every time different ticket. So that time I think so is a green, because not should be every shift different tickets.
You think it was green ticket? Would that be a light green or dark
Light green.
green? Okay, and what hand were you carrying that ticket in? What hand were you carrying the ticket in?
That time I think so I don't have a ticket in my booth. I'm not sure I have a ticket that time or not, but ticket we, when people park, we give them ticket into the booth.
I'm sorry, would you repeat that? I didn't quite understand.
We put the ticket in the booth. When people park, we take the
I
ticket from the
understand that.
booth and give them.
Okay,
When they come, so I have, I'm not sure that I have a ticket in my hand or not, because I don't have a ticket that I have a ticket in my booth, that I don't have a ticket in my hand.
so if I understand you, you're saying you're not sure whether you had a ticket in your hand that night or not.
Yeah, because one and a half months ago, I'm not sure that.
I'm sorry. You weren't sure if you had a ticket in your hand on that night?
Usually I put my ticket in my pocket, if I have, so we take in pocket or in hand. So if I have in my hand, I put in my pocket. So if in hand, that when they come, because I take my mobile phone, so put the ticket into the pocket and take the mobile phone. That time when all the time we carry, hold the ticket.
Okay.
So when they.
So I just, I'm
To
sorry.
simplify, do you remember for sure whether you had a ticket in your hand that night or not?
Yeah, I have a ticket in my hand, I put in my pocket, I take the mobile phone in my hand to record them.
So when you walked up to them, the ticket was in your pocket.
Yes.
Okay, so you walk up to the gentleman who was driving the car, is that correct? The driver?
Yes.
And you asked him to pay you how much?
$20 per piece.
Was there anything posted near his vehicle saying how much the charge for parking was or what hours are charged for parking?
Yes, we have a board outside the parking booth. There's a mention evening rate, flat rate, we mention over there $20 parking.
Okay, and that's up by the parking booth?
Yes, parking.
Okay,
Where people enter, over there.
okay. Is this a corner parking lot? There's two entrances? Is this a parking lot on a corner?
Yes, in the corner.
Okay, so are there two entrances to the parking lot?
Yes.
Okay. What are the two cross streets there?
There's a cross street.
Yeah, what are the cross streets where the parking lot is?
There's a campus marshal park, like square over there. Apartment building,
What are the two streets, the cross streets, the two streets that intersect?
the Bay Street.
Eight,
Yeah, street name is Bay and Cadillac Square.
Cadillac Square. Sorry for interrupting, I just.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've had difficulty.
I appreciate it.
Doing the accident information. Okay, so which entrance did they come into the parking lot?
Cadillac Square.
Okay, they came in off at Cadillac Square?
Yeah.
Where they came in, was it possible for them to go to the spot where they parked without going past the booth?
What?
When they came in off the street and went to park, could they do that without going past your booth?
Yes, I am not in the booth, so that's why you pass the booth and park in the middle of the parking lot.
Were there other cars parked around them?
There are a few people cars over there, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were there any cars in front of where they parked?
When they park, there's a car in front of them, but that car leave before they're coming.
No car in front. Okay, so you come up and you ask for $20, and the gentleman says what to you?
They not give me $20, they abuse me.
No, you initially said, I want $20. Does he say yes or no?
No,
Okay. Did he give you a reason for saying no?
they give a reason we park 10 minutes, why we pay $20.
So they complained that you were asking for $20 and they'd only been there, they said 10 minutes.
They not park 10 minutes, they park around 30 minutes.
But they said to you 10 minutes.
Yes.
Correct? What did you say to them when he said, we were only here for 10 minutes, why would we pay $20?
Yeah, they said that. I say, it's okay, just give me $10.
Okay, so you asked them for $10?
Yes.
Now, when you were negotiating, as you call it with him, did he offer to pay you anything?
They after, at the end, they say, I give you $5.
Okay, so they offered to give you $5.
Yeah.
You did not take that offer, correct?
Yes, they give me the card, credit card. I said, we don't charge the credit card, it's the cash on.
Okay, so they tried to pay you with some kind of card.
No credit card.
They tried to hand you a card, give you a card. You just said they offered you a card, right?
Yeah, they give me, offer the credit card. I say no credit card, only cash.
So did he hand you the credit card?
No, they did not hand over me. They just in their hand.
Okay, in his hand, and you saw it in his hand.
Hmm?
Yeah, you saw that he had this in his hand, yes?
Yes.
Okay, and then you said, we don't take cards.
Yes.
What happened then?
So I said, just only give me the cash. This one we don't have. So after that, he tried to abuse me, and they showed me knife over there.
I'm sorry, you said he said, I don't have cash?
Yes, they said don't have.
Now, when you were doing negotiating, were they inside their car or outside?
They are inside the car. I'm outside the car.
They are inside the car.
Yes.
At what point did they get inside the car? When you first started talking to them, did they just go ahead and get inside the car? Or did they talk to you for a while outside the car and a while inside?
No, they, first, when they go inside the car, they say no. When they go inside the car, after that, they negotiate everything inside the car. I'm outside, standing, so he is inside.
Okay, so when you
I'm
first.
sorry, I didn't process that. Could you please repeat your answer?
When they first came, so I asked them, oh, first of all, they go to the car before sitting in the car. So when they sit inside, I asked them money they use inside the car. So negotiate inside the car. So after that, they offered me $5 with credit card. I said no.
So at this point, they're in the car.
Yes, in the car. They are in the car.
You're standing next to the car?
Yes, I'm standing outside on the driver's side.
Is their door closed?
Door is open.
The car door is open?
Yes,
Okay, are you standing
I'm standing.
within, inside that car door?
I'm standing outside the car.
Okay. Let's say this is the car door, okay?
Mhm.
Are you on this side or this side?
Driver's side.
Okay, I know you're on the driver's side,
Yes,
but is that door, you see where the door is now, relation to my shoulder? Okay,
yes,
that's one side. Okay.
yes.
Then I'm standing over here now, This is not inside the shoulder, okay? And my body's not between closing the door. Okay,
The door is open.
okay, door is open. Did they try to close the door?
Yeah, he tried to escape 2-3 times, but he said, no, don't waste my time, I wanna go. So one hand, my this left hand is on the door and his hand is on the handle of the door. So,
Okay, so he's trying to close the door and you're blocking it.
not blocking,
You're holding the
instead,
door open.
my hand is over there.
Yes, but he can't close the door because you're holding it with your hand,
Yeah.
right? Yes,
Yeah, my hand is over there, I'm between the door and between him.
okay,
He can, my hand is
Okay,
sometime
so you're-
over there, sometime down.
okay, you're between the door and him.
Yes.
Does he ask you to get outside his car?
What?
Did he ask you to move away from his car door? Let me close the door.
Yeah, he said, I don't waste my time only. I said, give me my parking money, you can go.
Okay. So he says, don't waste my time, I'm gonna go. And you won't let him. You said, no, give me money.
No, I am not blocking, there is no blocking over here. I'm just between the door and,
But
yeah.
he can't close the door because of where you are, right?
Yeah, if he run away, I cannot do. If he's put the accelerator, so he can, if he push a little bit, so door automatically close. I'm not blocking fully him.
Okay, so the only way, let me see if I'm correct here. The only way he can leave at that point is if he starts the car and goes forward.
Yeah, he can leave.
Away from you. He would have to leave the car door open because you're there, right?
Yeah, I'm between the door and him.
Okay,
So he can close, if he push.
So to leave, he would have to leave while you're standing there inside his door.
I asked him my parking money, I asked him give him parking money.
Okay.
That's why I'm over here.
That's not what I'm asking you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try it again. Okay. You're between the door and him. Okay. If he wants to leave, there's two things he could do. One would be if you were not there, he could close the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then he could leave. Or the other thing he could do while you're there is he would have to try to drive away while you're still within his door.
No, if he's driveway, so I cannot between the door, he can close easily.
He can't close the door without moving away from you first, right?
Yeah, because I am standing next to him.
Yes.
The door is open, so if he want to close the door, he can do. Yeah, I cannot, yeah, I cannot do anything, he can.
Could he have closed the door with you standing where you were standing?
He can, he negotiate that time with me,
Yes
but
or
he's.
no? Just yes or no? Could he have closed the door if you were standing where you say you were standing?
I am half between them or because if he close the door, it's up to here, so it might be he is not can close the door.
Sir, I'm going to show you a couple of surveillance pictures from taken that night, okay?
Okay.
Ask you to look at them. Is that you in those pictures?
Yes, it's me.
Okay. And are you in fact between him and the door?
Yes, I am here. You see between me, I see I'm between, if he push forward, so he can close the door.
But he'd have to drive forward first. Yes.
Same thing, he forward me, he give me money, same thing, both of them. He push forward, or he push it finance.
So I need you to answer yes or no.
Yes, I am between the door and him.
You know, made a record reflect that he identified himself in the picture between the door frame and the driver. I'm at this point offering it for evidence. Okay.
I'm sorry, what's the last thing you said, Council?
I said that I'm not at this point offering it evidence. Okay, so. Does he try to close the door while you're standing there? Does he pull the door?
He said, don't waste my time, I wanna leave, so I don't know if he wanna close the door or not.
Okay. So he doesn't actually try, you never got hit with the door, did you?
No, he just, he moved his car forward, back, did it.
Okay, so he's starting to move the car away from you. Is that what you're telling me?
He just back up, forward, he do like that.
Okay.
You
And
said
what-
like that, what did you?
Yes.
Forward and back.
Yeah, he moved his car sometime back, sometime forward, sometime back, did it.
So he's trying to move the car. Do you try to prevent him from leaving?
What?
Are you trying to prevent him from leaving?
Yes, when he backed the car, so he touched me, his door touched my hand, so I tried to protect myself from the car,
Okay,
from the door.
so when he's trying to drive away from you, what did you do to protect yourself from the door?
I just will close myself to the.
Did you reach further into the car?
What?
Did you reach further into the car when he tried to leave?
No, I was standing over there.
Did you touch him when he's trying to leave?
Yeah, he pushed me, I pushed him back, so I go to the, after that.
Okay, I'm sorry, so you're in his door, he's trying to leave, and you pushed him?
He pushed me first with my hand, I
Okay,
pushed him over there,
okay, he tried to push your hand off the door?
yes, I
Okay,
pushed him over there, on his, over here,
okay, and you pushed him in the side of his head,
on his, left side,
on the left side of his head.
because he is sitting, and I moved to the left side of,
What hand did you push him?
I push him with the right hand.
The right, okay. Was your right hand in a fist with you?
Yeah, I push him like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Report, record indicates that he's showing a movement forward with his right fist.
I'm not pushing him, but I push him like, he push me on my hand, I push him back, I go to the, he chase me.
Okay, so I can't see. How so you're saying?
He's indicated 3 times now.
Not 3 times, just.
No, you, just now, you did that 3 times.
Oh,
In your demonstration. Okay, so your fist made contact with the side of his head, the left side of his head.
he is on left side.
Okay. When you did that, what did he do?
He chased me, I go to my boat, he chased me over there.
Okay.
Yes.
So you hit him or pushed him, as you call it, and then you turned and left. Did you try to run away, or what did you? How did you wind up having to follow you?
I rushed to my boat.
Okay. After you pushed him with your fist, you ran to your boot?
Yes.
Okay. Why were you running to your boot?
Because he pushed me, I pushed him back, so he has a knife, I saw his knife. So that's why I scared.
You saw a knife where?
He showed me knife in his hand, in the car.
In the car. Did he show this to you after you pushed him with your fist?
Before he showed me the knife. Before pushing, he showed me the knife in the car.
Okay.
In between the conversation, he showed me the knife.
Okay. In the course of the conversation, that up to this point apparently was civil, you were disagreeing, but nothing physically had happened until you contacted him, correct?
No, he physically first, then I physically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you saw a knife in the car that he showed you, and this was when he's trying to get you to leave his car? Yes?
Yes, he showed me knife, I will go away from me.
And said, get away from him, all right? And then you pushed him with your fist?
I rushed to my boat, I go to my boat, but I cannot go inside the boat. I did a chair, a folding chair, I hold this chair with my hand.
So there's a folding chair over by the booth. Okay. Did you walk away or did you run away?
Yes, run away, rush away, not normal walk, a fast walk, like the running walk.
Fast walk.
Huh?
You're saying a fast walk?
Yeah, fast one, yeah, walk, run, yeah.
And as you're going back to your booth, they're following you?
Yeah, they follow.
What are they saying? Do you hear anything? Or
No,
are
no,
they
I
saying-
didn't hear anything.
You
They
didn't hear
just,
anything at all, just that they're following?
yeah,
Okay. Where was this chair?
in front of the booth
Okay, was it open?
is an open chair.
Yes.
That is folding
A
open.
folding chair, was it unfolded? Was it
Yeah.
open? So you could sit?
Yeah.
Okay, so you rushed up there, you folded it closed?
Yeah, rushed to the booth. I took the chair and fold it
Okay,
and hold it with both hands.
so you folded, grabbed it in both hands and then turned around facing them, is that correct?
Yeah, then I pushed me facing them here when they come to me.
Okay, as he's coming at you with this chair, you got this chair in your hand,
Yes,
you swing it at him?
yeah, when they come too close to me, they wanna make a attack on me. I try to protect myself.
Okay,
Yeah, but
so you swung the chair at him before you got stabbed?
when they close me, when they stab it, then I push the chair.
Okay, they said when they went to stab.
When they approach to me,
When they approached you, okay.
yeah,
How close were they to you when you first swung the chair?
what?
How close was he to you when you first swung the chair at him?
Close to me, when he tried to attack on me, then I swing the chair on them.
Okay, and you're saying what hand does he have the knife in?
But
What hand was his knife in?
it's on his right hand.
It's in his right hand, okay. Was it held like this?
Yes,
An up or downward stand?
but
Or
in
was
his
it
right,
held- was it held like this?
so like that, is in his right hand.
Okay, so was it was held, for the record, Your Honor, I'm holding my pen by the hand, like the handle, and in the downward direction out of my fist. Is that how he held it? Or did he hold it with the weight coming up out of it?
He hands like that because if he's not like that,
The
he's not
first
going.
demonstration or the second demonstration?
No, like that, because that
First,
I
the
can,
first one or the second?
Okay, this one, the first one, or this one?
I thought he has like that, the first one.
Okay, overhand,
The other like this,
okay, let me know.
like
Overhand.
this, yes,
Under, which one?
this like this.
Overhand, oh,
Because it's a microsecond, so my belief he has like that.
okay, so you're swinging the chair at him, and his hand comes over the chair and catches your arm?
No, I chairing my both length of the chair in my both hand.
Okay, and you're swinging it at him?
When they come to me, when they attack, then I swing,
Okay,
protect
so
myself, yes.
You're,
Not,
the impetus of the chair,
not thrown them.
you're directing the chair at him, it's still in your hands, right?
Yes, chair in my hand.
Chair's in it, and you're doing this.
When they come to me, when they attack me, I push on to protect myself.
And the hand got over the chair and caught you anyway, is that what you're saying?
No, I don't know that, but what, how they, this and that, but they push, because my both hand holding the chair, when I try to protect myself, he stand me over there, I remember this thing only because this is a microsecond things, you can, if
Yes, I
I put
understand
you over
this,
there,
yeah.
you can see it.
So the chair is going toward him when you got stabbed, right?
The chair in my hand, I not throw them, it's in my, still in my hand.
Sir, I'm not asking you if you threw it. I'm asking you if the chair, the body of the chair, was moving closer to him and further from you, in other words, forward. The chair was moving forward, yes?
Yeah, I forward this like that,
And that's when you got stabbed in the arm.
yeah,
Okay.
I forward this like that to protect myself.
No further questions right now.
3 minute break.
We're gonna take.
I know, Your Honor.
Oh, Your Honor. No.
All right, Mr. Deputy Guardian.
Your Honor, the people motion to bind over to circuit court, in fact, a trial, a question of fact has clearly been established. The people moved to bind over on count 1, assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder, and on count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon or felonious assault. And the question of fact has been established on both counts, and we reserve time for argument.
Your Honor, we would object to a bound over on.
Microphone, counsel.
Which
Please
I.
step to the bar, counsel.
I'm sorry.
Plastic and mask is hard.
Yes, I understand. I'm checking to find over on the assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder, as described by the witness. The first indication of the weapon that was used first was a chair, and I believe there's also some mention of strangulation and the charge, and obviously there was no evidence regarding strangulation, whatever, indicating that alleged victim was ever in danger of any kind of strangulation was applied for his neck or head.
Your Honor, the people motion provided further reassert that we motion for bind over. This is a situation where the defendant, based on the testimony, we have someone who's working at a parking lot, and we have somebody who is simply doing his job, and it seems as though, based on the testimony, the defendant was trying to not pay for parking and then was trying to get away, and then this escalated, even though there was quite a few attempts by the witness to actually to de-escalate the incident by negotiating. We also have a situation where a knife was produced, a deep stab wound was put into the witness. It seems as though the intent was to do great bodily harm, and that's exactly what happened because he had a deep cut on his arm. So the people motion for bind over. The question of fact is ready for the trier of fact. Thank you, Your Honor.
I will not recite the facts. Testimony. The objection is to whether or not, from counsel, defense counsel, whether or not the people have proved as a probable cause standard, whether or not there was intent to do great bodily harm less than murder or by strangulation. I'll read the elements. The probable cause standard, people have to show that first, that the defendant tried to physically injure another person. I believe the testimony showed here today that the defendant did try to physically injure the complaining witness. The second, that at the time of the assault, the defendant had the ability to cause an injury, or at least believe that he had the ability. He had the ability to cause an injury, and in fact did cause an injury based off of complaining witness's testimony and physical injuries. The third, that the defendant intended to cause great bodily harm. While actual injury is not necessary, but if there is injury or was injury, I can consider that as evidence. I decided whether the defendant intended to cause great bodily harm. Great bodily harm is any physical injury that could seriously harm the health or function of the body. In this case, we have a defendant who was stabbed in his left hand, attempting to receive payment for parking while he was at work. And there is some misunderstanding or communication or language barrier that would be difficult, that was difficult today. I do think that the complaining witness was very aggressive when asking for payment. I do believe the defendant knew that he should have paid, and that there was disagreement back and forth. The complaining witness did state that he was standing in the way of the defendant being able to close the door, but also that the complaining witness stepped away, or as he called, I think he said, fast walk back to his booth. And that is when the defendant followed along with another person with a knife, and the complaining witness said that he lifted up or closed the lawn chair to protect himself. Whether or not he hit the defendant first and then the defendant stabbed him, that will be a question of fact for the trial. So I would have him found over on both counts. And Mr. Shahiri, your arraignment on the information will be March 2d at 9 o'clock, Frank Murphy Hall of Justice. Anything else for the record?
No, Your Honor.
My wife, I wish I could tell you, man.
Please,
And that concludes today's document.